Hi, I'm Technically Alex, and before I start, I just want to say I love this game. This video is not a review. It's intended as feedback for the developers. And to the developers, you guys have done incredible work with this game. I'm very excited about its future, but there's a problem that I think is really big that needs to be addressed, and this video is specifically about that problem. So, what I'm going to play for you is one gunfight that when it happened, I sat back and I was like, what the hell just happened? It's a very quick exchange and a lot goes down. So let's talk about it. So that was very fast. And like I said, as soon as it happened, I was like, what the hell just happened? Because I felt like someone should have died in that situation that wasn't me. So if we rewind it, there is a ton of stuff to unpack here. So, all right. This first guy comes out. I take a shot. I hit him basically in the elbow, it looks like. So, I'm not expecting a ton of damage, but I'm expecting a little bit of damage. But you'll notice I go from 150 HP to 15 HP in one frame. Now, this is an aside to the main issue I want to talk about, but this is a problem I've noticed with due process that I think should be tweaked a little. When a player sees a tracer go from a point of origin on screen to a point of destination off screen, that makes them think that the shot missed. Now, if tracers turn red when they're a positive hit, that's a good indication that you've been hit. But also, I had no idea I was at 15 HP. Because one, obviously I'm so focused on getting these kills and aiming and stuff that I'm not paying attention to the HUD necessarily. But also there's like very little indication that I'm taking a lot of damage, but my screen is just full of smoke effects and muzzle flashes. So if you look down, like the health bar kind of starts blending into the scene, right? It's like yellow, the thing behind it's yellow. When you take big damage like this, the entire health bar should flash red for a few frames as it diminishes, so that the player knows, hey, I see red in the bottom of the screen. That means bad things happen to me. Anyway, that's not what I'm really here to talk about. What I am here to talk about is this shot hits, which is great. And then this shot misses, which, it looks like I'm on target and it should have hit. And it misses. But then this shot is where things just go off the rails. I'm aimed at the wall right now. Or am I? Because according to the game, that shot was a hit. Now, this could be a ping issue. I play on the East Coast. I have all 3 US servers selected when I queue, and I regret that I don't have the ping indicator on screen. But if it is a ping issue, you should have a permanent network icon saying, hey, your ping is so high, expect bad things like this to happen while you play. Players need to be made aware of this stuff. And whether or not it's a ping issue, there needs to be some indication in game that there's going to be an issue when you have a gunfight. So a network icon that comes up when your ping's over a certain threshold would be really helpful for players that are having network problems or connecting to servers that they shouldn't be connecting to. Anyway, let's continue. So this shot shouldn't have hit, and it probably did big damage to him, and that's incredibly unfair to that guy. Like, that guy, he should have walked away from that gunfight missing 35 HP because I hit him in the elbow. And while my second shot to the upper torso / shoulder missed, this shot should 100% not have hit, and that's incredibly unfair to him. But it keeps going. So then the second guy comes out, and I'm expecting to get a kill at some point in this gunfight. Look, I don't realize I'm at 15 HP, which is my fault. But then stuff like this starts happening. So this first shot, I might have hit him in the hand, but it's still a solid upper chest shot that hits, which is great. And then my follow-up shot, which is center mass, this is wow, I actually had good aim in this situation. I thought I just completely whiffed it. No hit. This is the big problem with due process. I can't evaluate whether or not the guns are balanced. I can't evaluate whether or not the TTK is good or bad. I can't give you intelligible feedback based on my gameplay because of situations like this where I don't know if my bullets are hitting or not, or my bullets are hitting when they shouldn't, or vice versa. This is a huge problem. And I don't know what the solution is. I'm not a game developer. I can't break it down. I can't diagnose it for you. But what I can say is if this issue persists, it's going to undermine the competitive integrity of the game. And a lot of players are going to be doing exactly what I'm doing, where they record their gameplay, they play it back, they see a bunch of sus stuff like this, and they roast your game or leave negative reviews, or they just stop playing because they see something that's really frustrating that they have no control over. And I think ultimately that's the problem with issues like this, is that it feels like it wrests player agency away from me or takes away something from me and cheats me out of kills. And that is like not cool in a game like this. Like you can't let that happen to players. So I think this is a big problem. And I'm sure you, if the developers are watching this, I'm sure you guys agree. And I'm sure you're doing everything you can to fix it. Like I know me giving you this feedback is kind of yelling into a bag full of feedback that you already have on this issue. And you're probably knee deep in fixes for it. I get that. But I just want to make it absolutely clear that this is a huge problem. And I don't want this to deter other players from playing the game. Like that's not my intent. I want other players to walk away from this clip knowing that my opinion is the developers have fixed a litany of problems with the game in solid updates that have improved the game every time they come out. And I have absolute faith that this game is eventually going to be like a butter smooth competitive shooter. But for the here and now, this is a big problem that needs to be fixed. So let's keep going. This final shot, again, it looks like it should have hit. I'm shooting and my reticle is right over his elbow again. I take the shot, it doesn't hit, and then I die. And, you know, breaking down this moment was kind of illuminating for me because, like I said, in the moment, you know, it was like, what the hell just happened? I should have gotten a kill somewhere in there. I don't know what happened. And then looking back, I saw all this stuff and it's just like a light bulb went off in my head that it wasn't my fault. It was the game's fault. So I'm sorry to have done this. I hope this feedback is valuable. And if it is, that's great. I hope it helps you guys. And I want nothing but the best for this game. And yeah, I hope this wasn't painful. I'm sorry. But I'm Alex. That's been my time. Thank you for watching. And go play Due Process, I guess. It's actually a pretty fun game despite these problems.